I was not trying to gossip. I want to say that first because people are quick to judge. I was simply tired. Not normal tiredness. The kind of tired where your body is weak, but your mind refuses to rest. The type where sleep looks at you and says, "Not tonight." That night, sleep refused to come. Everything felt wrong. There was no electricity since the afternoon. It came back around 9:32 p.m., as if it was a special gift. Everyone rushed to charge their phones. By 10 p.m., the power went out again. Generators started. Not one. 5 different generators. Each one sounded worse than the other. One was coughing. Another sounded like it was suffering. Then the mosquitoes joined. The mosquito in my room was very confident. It did not hide. It flew slowly past my ear, almost like it was greeting me. I tried to slap it. I missed. I checked the time on my phone. 1:48 a.m. My eyes were open, but my mind was exhausted. That was when I decided to send a voice note to my friend Musa. Typing felt stressful. My eyes were heavy. Autocorrect would probably embarrass me. A voice note felt easier. Musa is my friend. The kind of friend you complain to. The one you trust not to judge you. The one you gossip with, then laugh. So I picked up my phone and pressed record. I started calmly. I can't sleep. That was normal. Then I sighed. Once you sigh inside a voice note, trouble has already started. I continued. This compound sometimes makes me wonder. My voice grew louder. I became confident. I said, the landlord behaves like a retired soldier. Every day is inspection. If you greet him twice, he will not answer the third time. I laughed inside the voice note. Then I continued. Mom Nkechi, if gossip were a job, she would have retired with a pension. I even snapped my fingers for effect. At that point, the voice note had taken control. My mouth refused to stop. Then I mentioned her. The new girl upstairs. Her name is Zainab. Soft-spoken. Always neat. Very calm. I had greeted her for weeks. She always replied politely but quietly. So I said, and that new girl upstairs, she's fine, but she acts a little proud. Greeting doesn't tire her, but smiling seems too much work. I laughed again. That laugh was the last moment of peace I would know. I ended the voice note by saying, I'm tired of everyone. 2 minutes and 30 seconds of foolishness. I tapped send. At least I thought I did. I dropped my phone on the bed and turned to sleep. Then I heard something strange. At first, I thought it was my imagination. Then I heard it clearly. My own voice. From outside. I froze. I did not move. I listened. I'm telling you, Musa. My heart almost stopped. I sat up suddenly. The sound was not coming from my phone. It was coming from the compound Bluetooth speaker. The big black speaker used for meetings, announcements, morning prayers, and arguments. My phone had connected automatically. And my voice note was now playing for everyone. I shouted, No, no, no. I grabbed my phone. My hands were shaking badly. I tried to turn off Bluetooth. Nothing happened. Outside, my voice continued confidently. Mom Nkechi likes people's business more than the radio. Lights came on. Doors opened. Someone shouted, Who is talking? I pressed everything on my phone. Bluetooth. Wi-Fi. Airplane mode. The phone was as confused as I was. The speaker did not stop. By the time the voice note ended, half the compound was awake. Children were crying. Adults were whispering. Then silence. That dangerous silence. The kind that lasts only a moment, but changes your life. Someone whispered, Who said all that? Another person said, That sounds like Friday. My name had arrived. I did not sleep again. Morning came quickly, as if it was chasing me. When I stepped outside to brush my teeth, the compound was too quiet. Mom Nkechi walked past me slowly. She stopped, looked at me, then said, So, I like people's business? I almost choked on my toothpaste. I started, Ma. She cut me off. Good morning. But it was not good. Later that day, the landlord saw me. He smiled. A smile that did not reach his eyes. He said, Brother Friday. I replied, Yes, sir. he said calmly. So I walk like a retired soldier? I laughed nervously. He nodded and said, come to my office this evening. I knew peace had left my life. The worst part was not the landlord. It was Zainab. Before, when I greeted her, she replied. That day I greeted her. She only nodded and walked away. No smile. No words. My heart dropped. I blamed Bluetooth. That evening, the landlord called a meeting. Everyone came. Even people who did not live in the compound. The Bluetooth speaker was there, silently mocking me. The landlord cleared his throat. Last night we heard something. Everyone turned to look at me. My legs felt weak. Friday, stand up. I stood. He said, you talked a lot yesterday. Now talk again. My mouth was dry. I swallowed and said, I am sorry. I was tired and careless. What I said was wrong. I turned to Mom and Ketchy. I am sorry. I turned to the landlord. I am sorry, sir. The compound was quiet. Then Mom and Ketchy laughed. She laughed loudly. She said, at least he said it behind us, not to our faces. That takes courage. People laughed. The landlord sighed and said, young people and their mouths. Then he added, as punishment, you will help clean the compound this Saturday. I almost knelt down. Cleaning was better than being thrown out. Saturday came. I was sweeping, sweating, thinking about my life. Then someone said, good morning. I looked up. Zainab. She said, I heard the voice note. It was embarrassing, but you apologized. She paused. Then she said softly, next time, just talk. And she smiled. A small smile, but a powerful one. Since that day, I do not send voice notes late at night. I check Bluetooth 3 times. I watch what I say. Technology has no mercy. It will expose you. At 2 a.m., on full volume, in front of everyone.